Hello, online pipe community. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today we've got another parsimonious pipe and some shout outs. Let's take a look at that parsimonious pipe. It is a Briarly saddle stemmed apple. In it, I have got some Cornell and Diehl exclusive. Now, if you've ever opened up a tin or a bag of Old Joe Krantz or Haunted Bookshop and thought, wow, that smells musty, and you didn't mean that in a good way, you might stay away from this one. Exclusive. Cornell and Diehl says it's 50% Perique. And then some Red Virginias and Cavendish instead of Burley. And it's musty smelling in the bag. Light it up and it's pretty heavy Perique. Jeremy Reeves at Richmond last year told us in the blending seminar, the Perique itself is not spicy. It does not add spice to a blend. That's what he said. He said it's more like an enhancer. And if something already has a little bit of spice in it, Perique seems to bring that out more. Well, these Red Virginias must have a little bite to them, because if I don't slow down on this, it is definitely bitey. But it is also very tasty, especially if you like Perique. If you're like John Panzer and don't like the vitamin P, stay away from it. It is definitely heavy Perique. Tasty stuff. Would I get it again? No, probably not, even though I love a heavy Perique. In fact, I will enjoy smoking straight Perique. This just is not going to replace Old Joe Krantz or Haunted Bookshop in my cellar. But it is good, and for those of you who like Perique, it is worth picking up an ounce or two. You can get this in bulk at smokingpipes.com or wherever Cornell and Diehl's catalog is deep enough to carry this one. It is a good blend. It's probably a 3 on my 1 to 5 scale, because it's good, but no, I won't get it again. I can tell you the Red Virginia in this is not giving me the chemical type burn that I often get from Red Virginias. It's bitey just because I'm smoking it faster than I should be. It's getting a little hot, but between that and the Virginia Cavendish, it has a mild sweetness along with the Perique. But no, I'm not getting that burn. That's a couple Red Virginias in a row. Maybe my mouth chemistry is changing. Who knows? Oh, speaking of Virginias, I did forget. I got a tin of Robert McConnell. It says it is matured Virginia folded flake. Hand-picked dark Virginia tobaccos and spicy Kentucky, as well as a hint of Perique. So this is a Vapor Pur, sort of, Virginia, Kentucky Perique. I got that in the mail. That was sitting in my post office box from Clay. Thank you, Clay. I think I had mentioned something about not having tried many Robert McConnell blends and liking the darker Virginias, and you very generously sent that to me. I can't decide whether I should let it age a little bit for the Virginias, or since it's got Kentucky and Perique in it and I like both of those, just go ahead and pop it and smoke it. I don't know. This is pretty good. Okay, onto the pipe. Let's get some close-up views of this little beauty. First up, as always, side shot. I tried to get the lighting pretty similar, but you can tell that in this entire series of pictures, the before pictures have a little warmer light. The afters are a little cooler, but that doesn't keep you from seeing the fact that cleaning a little bit of that surface stuff off of the pipe made this bird's eye, made the grain pop a bit. The stamping is a little bit clearer. You can see the stem came cleaner. Moving around to the top, again, you can see a little bit of the grain on the bowl and the shank. The stem is a lot cleaner than it was. In fact, what you see there by the button is just glare. That is absolutely shiny black right now. Around the rim, I decided, look, if I were a purist and I were trying to restore this pipe, I would probably sand out, maybe bevel the inside of that bowl to get some of that burn. Whoever smoked this pipe loved it, and they burned the snot out of the back and left-hand sides of that bowl. I did not sand that out. I don't mind leaving the battle scars. What I want is a good smoker, and most of what was on top of the bowl cleaned off nicely. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, a purist would definitely reshape that bowl a little bit. I wouldn't want to top it because then you really lose the proportions of the apple. So you would just have to bevel out the inside of that, and my answer was no. Taking a look at the internals, you can see they cleaned up nicely. This one is missing the stinger that originally was in it, and there you can see in that light in the above picture, you can see the oxidation on the stem and how much blacker it is now. And in terms of the bowl, you get a little more picture of how much more the grain shows right here. Other than that, the interior was not terribly dirty on this one. I did want to do a couple of pictures that I did not have befores of, just to show, once it got cleaned up, you can see that there's some nice straight grain along the bottom and along the other side. So it's a nice little pipe. Now, this one cost me $28.26, including tax and shipping and handling. If you can live with a slightly misshapen rim, I can. It's a solid little smoker. Very nice little pipe. Especially if you happen to like apples. It's a nice shape, and that saddle stem, just a nice size pipe too. Not too big. Not too long to clench. Very nice. Shout outs. I haven't done shout outs in a while, and I don't do them very often. Mostly because I don't get notifications very often of subs, even as I watch my sub count go up and down. But I do like to do them periodically, and I've got a half a dozen non-presenters and one presenter that I would like to shout out. So let's go. Non-presenters first, as usual. Brasileiro PSB, thank you for your sub. Biggie BYGGI 007, don't know if you're a Bond fan. That would be appropriate. Thank you for your sub. Stevie J, thank you for your sub, sir. Andy Garner, again, appreciate the support. Two more. Saeed Nazarli, thank you for your sub, sir. Last non-presenter, Yolid Yordi. If I pronounced that wrong, correct me. Thanks for supporting the channel. Our last shout out this week is the gentleman that I interviewed just recently, and that would be Pipe Companion. If you didn't watch that interview, you should. He is a wonderful guy, and he's got a great new channel. Very conversational style. And David, I thank you for your sub and your support of my channel. With that, folks, Hopefully there will be another interview posted tomorrow. Stay tuned. While you're waiting, light something you like. Might be 50% Perique. Enjoy your afternoon.